Now this is absolute crystal clear proof of what the BJP is doing. Thousands of voters, BJP voters, BJP leaders voting on Uttar Pradesh and voting in Haryana. Okay? Zoom in please to Mr. Dalchand. This is Mr. Dalchand, BJP Sarpanch, sitting there with Mr. Minister Lakshmi Narayan. That's his voter ID in UP. That's his voter ID in Haryana. Same man. His son. Go back to the other one, please. That's right. That's his son, Yashveer. He comes here as well in Haryana. He's sitting in UP, voting in UP for the BJP. He's voting in Haryana for the BJP. Note an interesting thing. This is not a mistake. How do we know? Because Pita ka naam is Pritam Singh over there. Suddenly Pita ka naam changes over here. It's become Balakrishnan. Balkishan. And then his son doesn't make the same mistake. His son transfers his father's name there. So they managed to twist it in the father's one, but the son's one, they made a mistake. So you have a BJP leader who's voting in UP and who's voting in Haryana. And we've given you this as the strongest example. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who are voting in UP and voting in Haryana. A lot of them have association with the BJP. Here's another one, Mr. Prahlad, BJP Sarpanch, Mathura district. There he is in UP. Here he is in Hodal Assembly. Same man, right? Here the same, father's name is the same, Totaram, Prahlad. And here he is standing with the nephew of Lakshmi Narayan. These are not two examples. There are thousands of these, where the entire large numbers of people are just picked up and they have the opportunity, because they belong to, are associated with the BJP, where they have the opportunity to be a voter in UP, to be a voter in Haryana, to be a voter in Madhepura, to be a voter in Varanasi. This option is available to the BJP. This is the vyavastha that man was talking about. Right? Listen to this.
അതിനകത്ത് യാതൊരു സംശയവുമില്ല. ജയിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി വ്യാപകമായി ഞങ്ങൾ വോട്ട് ചേർക്കും. ഞങ്ങൾ ജയിക്കാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച മണ്ഡലങ്ങളിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ ജമ്മു കാശ്മീരിൽ നിന്നും ആൾക്കാരെ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് ഒരു വർഷം താമസിപ്പിച്ച് വോട്ട് ചെയ്യിപ്പിക്കും. ഒരു സംശയവുമില്ല.
He's saying it. He knows it. And we've proved it. Do you have any doubts?
അതിനകത്ത്
Now listen to this. The election commissioner saying that house number 0 is for homeless people. Look, we do our homework. We are talking truth here. We will check everything this man says. Okay? So we decided to check what he says.
जिन लोगों के पास घर नहीं होता, आप लोग भाग्यवान हैं. कई लोगों के पास घर नहीं होता.
Look, nobody else is convinced.
लेकिन उसका नाम भी मतदाता सूची में होता है.
Look at the Sardar ji. He's looking like ये तो झूठ बोल रहा है.
उसका पता वो जगह दी जाती है जहां वो व्यक्ति रात को सोने आता है. कई बार सड़क के किनारे, कई बार पुल के नीचे, या कई बार लैंप पोस्ट के किनारे.
पुल के नीचे, सड़क पर या लैंप पोस्ट के किनारे. So we systematically looked at house number 0. And we said, okay, let us see whether these house number 0s are actually living on the road. Are they actually homeless?
जिन लोगों
Here's house number 0. That's a house number 0. Mr. Narendra, and we have hundreds of examples of this. Mr. Narendra living in that house, but that house is house number 0. And when we tried to find Narendra, we understood what the issue was. Why there is a house number 0. We couldn't find him. Because when we sent somebody to look for him, it was impossible to find him. We physically identified this man, physically saw him in the village, and physically found out where he lives. And that's how we got to this house. The reason there is house number 0 is nobody can identify where that person is. Once he is voted, he's gone. You cannot go and find him. Again, this man is one of hundreds of examples that we have. We have cross-checked. The Chief Election Commissioner is lying to the people of India openly. This is a method to make voter and address verification difficult. This is not a mistake. This is not about homeless people. And we can show you, if you look at the list, just by looking at their faces and looking at what they're wearing, they're not homeless people. Here's another one. BJP leader, house number 150. 66 voters living in his house. 66 people do not live in his house. BJP man, right? BJP Vice Chairman Zilla Parishad Palwal. He's allowed to have 66 voters on the list by saying they're in his house. Forget him. Let's go to house number 265. One house, 500 voters. We go looking for them, we can't find them. They don't exist. We don't know where they are. Why? So that you have no way of checking whether these people exist, don't exist, where they vote, didn't vote, how they voted, etc. Here's another one, house number 1904 in Rai. That little house, 108 voters. Again, we sent a person, check. No such people existing over there. There's a rule. There's a rule. If there is a person, if there is a house that has more than 10 people living in it, there has to be ground verification. That's the EC rule. Was ground verification done of this, that there are 108 people living here and they don't exist? Was ground verification done of this BJP leader? 66 voters, he is saying they're living there. They don't live there. Was it done in these 500 cases? No. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the list. And then we don't have access to the forms, as I said in the beginning. But we do have access to the people. So 3.5 lakh people were deleted from the voter list. Okay, so we went and found who these people are. And guess what? A large number of them are our voters. And here are some examples.
मेरा नाम अंजलि त्यागी है, मेरे पति का नाम अमित है। मैं राय विधानसभा मलिकपुर गांव की रहने वाली हूं और मैंने लोकसभा इलेक्शन में वोट किया था, लेकिन जब मैं विधानसभा के इलेक्शन में वोट करने गई तो मुझे बताया गया कि मेरी वोट कट चुकी है और फिर मैंने दोबारा अप्लाई किया तो मेरी जून के एंड में मुझे वोटर कार्ड मिला।
इलेक्शन के बाद मलिकपुर का रहने वाला हूं और क्या नाम है, मेरा राय हल्का लगता है, जिसमें से हमारे भाइयों की वोट काट दी गई है, जिनका नाम है अनुज, राहुल और उनकी पत्नी है साक्षी और सोनिया, जिनकी वोट विधानसभा में काट दी गई थी।
नाम सद्दाम हुसैन है जी, मैं मलिकपुर गांव से रहने वाला हूं जी। हमारा हल्का राय लगता है जी। 2024 में लोकसभा इलेक्शन में हमने वोट डाला था जी, और ये 2025 में जी हमारी वोट चोरी हो गई जी। मेरा नाम सद्दाम हुसैन है, मेरी वाइफ का नाम यास्मीन है जी। हमारी दोनों की वोट चोरी हो गई है।
लाल सन्नो श्री लखीराम, गांव मलिकपुर, राय हल्के का रहने वाला हूं। हमारी एमपी के चुनाव में हमारी वोट पूरे परिवार की कंप्लीट थी। इस बार मेरे बेटे की विधानसभा में वोट काट दी गई है।
All targeted. And these are 4 we've shown you.
मेरा नाम अंजलि।
Sorry. We have huge numbers of these people. So here is the vyavastha the gentleman was talking about. The Brazilian model to create space, put her name, allow anybody to vote. The BJP leaders and BJP people who get the option of voting in Uttar Pradesh and Haryana, the blurred photographs, the deleted voters, and the house number 0. What's the big picture? The big picture is 22,000 votes was the margin. 25 lakhs was this. So you can understand that there was no election in Haryana. There was a theft in Haryana. And it's very clear who is responsible for the theft. These gentlemen colluded with the BJP to ensure that the Congress could not win the election in Haryana. The Election Commission is in partnership with the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, and they have destroyed the democratic foundations of this country. There is absolutely nothing in this presentation that has not been backed by 100% proof. Every single piece of data that we've used here comes from the Election Commission, is from their records, is from their voter list. We have just checked it and cross-checked it and shown you what the reality of Indian democracy is.